we not taking this? Information for tournament participants. Dear fellow Gwent lovers, allow me to present myself. Count Monnier, the organizer of this Gwent tournament. As you most probably know, I've introduced a new faction to our beloved game, Skellige. I'm convinced this step shall add variety to our pastime, further perfecting its perfection. I shall be delighted if you choose to play this faction during our events. Good luck, and good Gwent to you all. And we did get a Skellige card. And oh, did we? Oh, well, we have all of our standard cards that, they can belong to any faction. So, I mean, if we, out of curiosity, we just throw in the cards that can go in any faction, how close are we to having a full deck at this point? And is that anywhere near good enough for it to be remotely usable? We definitely need more units. And we may not even have enough, even if we threw others in. Ones that we do have. We don't. So even if we wanted to play a Skellige, we couldn't yet. But that is definitely something that I would be intrigued to try soon. Excuse you. I didn't even know you were there, and then you come crashing into us. Okay, this door is actually impassable. It's the most advanced of technologies. We've ascended. I don't think we've seen one of these before. Okay. Oh. It's actually... I assumed that was the way out. It was not. Not gonna lie. I saw that guy out there, and from that angle, I thought he had the head of a bald eagle. Right there. Look at that. You can't tell me that doesn't look like, when he leans over like that, that is absolutely the head of a bald eagle. You cannot tell me otherwise. Like that. I mean, Geralt also just happens to be moving simultaneously and blocking him every time he ducks down. But that right there. That right there. Absolutely bald eagle. No question. No question. Freedom intensifies.
Please accept my most heartfelt regards.
Okay. There was also, yeah, notice board out here that's probably worth taking a quick look at. Seeing what we can find here. A thought for today. Every journey begins with a first step. Take it at the cockatrice. Odrin. Is that where we just were? Is this the cockatrice? I thought it was. Was that a different place? Wanted, the White Wolf. Sounds familiar. The Witcher Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, is wanted to serve as a guide. Oh, I saw is wanted. I thought, oh no, are we about to get arrested for the 20th time? Was wanted to serve as a guide. His potential employer guarantees an ample wage for this unusual contract. For more information, you should go to Count Belladal's temporary base camp in Toussaint. Note: we kindly request all other persons not present themselves at said camp under the pretense of being Geralt of Rivia. Do not pretend to be Geralt. Count Belladal was not born yesterday and can easily tell who is a Witcher and who is faking it. All those journeying to his camp in shabby costumes with wooden swords strapped to their backs can save themselves the trouble and turn back. Well said. Notice from the Ducal Camerlengo. Calling all knights errants and other strongmen. The duchy needs you. Your aid is required. Bounteous rewards are in the offering. More details available at the Ducal Camerlengo's offices on Knight's Dormant Square. Announcements from the Office of Internal Revenue of the Duchy of Toussaint. Now that's too close to home right now. The Office of Internal Revenue hereby announces a limited live auction to be held regarding the sale of a piece of developed real estate and accompanying agricultural land located in the Heralberta Woods region, having been left to the ducal treasury by the late Count Crespi, who was famous for making his fortune with a new food known as cereal. He departed this world without any heirs. Due to the unique nature of the Bellegarde estate and its important role in the production of wine, I was waiting for it to be wheat and cereal production, bringing great fame to the duchy in all corners of the world, only subjects of the Duchy of Toussaint shall be allowed to participate in the auction. To all knights errant and other such men of arms, be it known far and wide that the services of voluntary keepers of the peace shall be needed. Minor problems are expected to arise during the transfer of this above-mentioned real estate, and said problems, for their dissolution, could require the application of direct physical force. All volunteers are asked to report to the field office of the Procurator General of Toussaint near Flegmans Bridge. That is to say, the place where the auction shall be held. One other little side question that I had was, so we've heard some names flying around here. Toussaint, is that like the region? Whereas I think Beauclair was maybe the other name that we heard the most. So is it like Beauclair is a city within Toussaint? Do I have that correct? Toussaint is the duchy. It's like a larger territory, and then Beauclair is a city. Correct about the names? Okay. Cool. Announcement. Fixing roofs. Pleasuring ladies. Prices. Find me at the Pheasantry. Ask for Lou. No thanks, Lou. Sorry. Contract for Witcher/Witchers. Caravan escort. To Witcher or Witchers. Beauclair Cooper's Guild is seeking an individual or individuals willing to escort a merchant convoy through an area threatened by the Great White Terror. More information can be obtained from Gaston Legoff at the merchant's camp in the forest to the north of Coronata Vineyard. Mogrim Pauline, Undersecretary of Threat and Risk Management, Beauclair Cooper's Guild. I didn't actually take that last one, but
could be good coin to be made.
It's actually what? That's the one that I wanted to take, but now there's new ones here. Excuse me? Did anyone see the messenger person put up new notices in that half-second span in which we canceled out of looking at the board and then went back to looking at the board? Because I didn't see him. But this is new stuff. Boot-lacking services. I mean, I imagine this is probably not going to be actual contracts here, but just general flavory stuff. Come a mess, leave well-dressed, and you'll see I'm the bleeding best. The boot-lack of the port, okay. Two-turd. I hereby declare that if William of Stratford steals rhymes, prostitutes his services for pennies, and smells of weak old fish pricks, I cordially wish him the clap, ringworm, and warts within his bum's crevasse. Take that, the papillon. Hunting season now open. By decision of the Grandmaster of the Hunt. There's a Grandmaster of the Hunt in The Witcher 1, was there not? Pretty sure there was. All members of the Hunters Union are hereby called upon to call the numbers of our duchy's woodland predators. As specified in the Relevant Decree, hunters shall be richly rewarded for their presenting ears taken from the wolves and bears which have spread like vermin across the Sandstretter Marsh. Amandus, Grandmaster of the Hunt and Baron of Trastamara. Herbs for embarrassing afflictions. Of late, as is often the case during tourney season, the incidence of diseases afflicting the nether regions has increased. You can offer an ointment that will soothe all such unfortunate itching, the innkeep. Spot missing. My dog's gone missing. White with a black patch on his eye. Answers to Spot. That is, he comes running when I call him Spot. If you find Spot, bring him to the Cockatrice Inn. The innkeep knows me. Spot too. Okay. Definitely some new things for us to check out there. Wine wars? Oh man, that does sound like fun. And I think, based on what we were saying before, we probably don't want to start doing any of these side quests or Witcher contracts just yet. We may take a quick peek at them just to see what level they are. Wow, that was a... That's a high number. That's a very high number. Definitely the highest number we've seen. I mean, that being said, we're 39 right now, so as intimidating as it may be to see something in the 40s, it's not that far above our current level. I mean, it'd be a bad idea to do it now, right? But we got a couple more levels. It would be difficult, but doable. Although that's probably not the approach we're going to take. We're probably going to deliberately do lower level ones first and then work our way up. But is the Beast of Tucson is the main quest, right? That is, if so, yeah, that's what we're still going for. Go to Corvo Bianco and examine the body kept. Oh, right, in its cellar. Gotcha. And I think we ought to just walk this one out. Oh? Even more quests? I thought we'd gotten all these updates already. Any more waiting for us here, or will that be all? Seems like that's all. Alright, this is a beautiful view from here, right? Not sure if that side's better, or... that side, take your pick. What do you think? Okay. It's Spot! I don't think it's Spot.
Brandy and blossoms, my two true loves.
Oh, goodness.
Around here it's wine, wine, and more wine. But me, I prefer brandy.
I'm sorry, I guess? Oh, random thought. There are herbs here. Are they the same herbs we used to see? Or they, yeah. Or are we perhaps going to start finding new ones? I mean, it's possible. But just not on that occasion. Let's put our custom marker there as well. I mean, it's not far, right? It's pretty nearby, but I think we'll avoid the question mark that's a little bit off to the side there, just to make a point of doing a little bit of the main quest before we start exploring more. Sounded like that was perhaps the preferred way, or at least the ideal way, if you will, progress. So we'll give it a shot. I think we should walk this one out rather than speeding past here with Roach, because with this being a brand new area to us, a lot of things we might encounter. Don't want to miss it by running past it. Can we talk to you?
Yes, my lord. Sounds like a fight. Have to hurry.
Oh? That doesn't sound good. Yeah, this sounds very chaotic. Let's save. Whoa. Who is that? I mean, quest still says to go in this direction, so I'm thinking we do still go here. Okay. Yeah, that really looked like that was going to be rolling. Oh, this
Damn it.
does not look good.
Must still be here.
Still be here, you say? Oh, man. Massacre.
Torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like. Except for long fangs.
Oh. Okay, that's telling. There's
Killed with a
also
single
someone who
blow.
just dropped dead over there. Oh, what was that one? A
Killed with a single blow.
single blow. Someone really strong, capable of taking someone out in one hit. Human-like, but claws.
Busted ribs. Blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though. Or a Fletter. BRUXA. Gotta be.
Oh. Now there's a type of enemy that we fought all the time in The Witcher 1, but had, for whatever reason, not yet seen The Witcher 3, which is a little bit surprising, given how it was, I mean, a staple of The Witcher 1 in many ways. Let's read up a bit on them. Now, also, I do believe, an Ogroid? Oh no, Goliath, showing up in the Ogroid category here. But we've dealt with him already. The vamp, Spectre. Oh, Ethereal. Wait, hold on. This was back from Heart of Stone, yes, but this was a very interesting boss fight, so I am curious to see more about this. Human mind is as wild and unexpected a place as any land far beyond the seas. It is inhabited by manifold dangers, fears, painful memories, traumas. These lurk on the edge of our consciousness, like predators waiting for a moment of weakness in which to reveal themselves and destroy us. Arturius Vigo, the essence of spells and illusions. Yeah, I'm not sure if we actually got a name for this guy, but Ethereal, okay? Or at least not in the actual boss fight encounter. And then it was, yeah, Spectre Oil. I don't remember if we did that or not, but probably what we expected. It might have even used Blizzard. The painted world created the mind, or the painted world created in the mind of Iris von Everick was mainly populated by figures from her memories, but was also home to dangerous predatory creatures, embodiments of her fears. Most dangerous of these, the Ethereal, invoked her greatest fear and wore the face of her husband. The Ethereal resembled Olgierd in appearance and also fought using a technique similar to his. A group of 6 such creatures lay in wait for Geralt, yet at first only one engaged him in battle. This one's death awoke the next. It was more powerful than the first, and so it went to the end, with a stronger Ethereal replacing a fallen, weaker brother until all were defeated. Yet Geralt had to be careful, for the slightest amount of damage dealt to a being awaiting his turn would cause him to come alive and join his still living comrade in the fight. Wait, what? I'm not sure I remember that part. Slightest amount of damage dealt to a being awaiting his turn. Does that mean, like, if they blocked me, the other ones would come to life temporarily? I didn't remember that happening, but maybe? In the end, the best tactic against these nightmarish beings proved to be a well-timed counterattack. Maybe we did read... That part sounds familiar. But anyways, the thing I was originally looking to do was BRUXA, which is a type of vampire. If you must travel through the woods, steer clear of any places where you can hear several different kinds of birds at once. That sound means you're entering a BRUXA's territory and can kiss your life farewell. What? Any places in the woods where you can hear multiple birds at once? That's everywhere. That's supposed to be the idea? Like, just stay out of the woods because the BRUXA's gonna kill you? Anonymous piece of advice? Fortunately for all of us, BRUXA are rare creatures. They weren't in The Witcher 1. There was actually 2 types of vampire creatures that were similar. There's the BRUXA and then there was the Alp. I don't remember which one was more unusual, sort of like the super version in The Witcher 1. I want to say, was it BRUXA were the normal one, and the Alp was the higher level one? Maybe the other way around. I don't recall. Unfortunately for us, BRUXA are rare creatures. Most live far from population centers, but they care greatly for their own safety and make their lairs in places where they cannot be taken by surprise. Those who decide to live near men avoid crowds and emerge from their shelters only at night. When they do, one could almost mistake them for delayed travelers hurrying toward their night's lodging. Yet subtle details give them away. Their close ties to birds, their piercing voices, and breathtaking speed of their movements. BRUXA are far swifter and stronger than men, but their greatest asset is their ability to turn invisible. Fantastic. Love to hear it. BRUXA dart about with uncanny speed. Yeah, you've said that in numerous occasions, but it does also make me worried that they're going to be just ludicrously fast. And with their power of invisibility, they can easily confuse opponents and attack unexpectedly or from behind. Yeah. That doesn't sound like fun. Thus, when fighting these vampires, the Moondust Bomb is a great aid. Don't remember what that one does specifically, but while it cannot eliminate the vampire's invisibility altogether, it can make it easier to track its motions. A generous smearing of vampire oil is also effective. BRUXA use their sharp claws to attack and can easily break through an opponent's guard by buffeting them with a hail of blows from all directions. They attack quickly, making Quen tough, because they're just going to remove it in one attack and then follow up with a bunch more and deal a bunch of damage. Compare that to like the big slow enemies that hit you hard and hit you once, where and for them it's much easier to just put a Quen on, avoid the damage. When you do eventually get hit, put another one back on and you're good. They will try to bite their prey and drink its blood once it is weakened, so every Witcher who expects to encounter such a monster should swallow a black blood potion beforehand. That did come to mind as soon as you started saying that, because we got that potion way back, but I'm actually not sure if there were any uses for it in the base game or in Hearts of Stone. Were there any vampires that would actually try to suck our blood like that? I mean, maybe if you just kind of stood there and let them attack you? Otherwise, was that a potion that we got access to very early on and only now is it suddenly relevant? Maybe. BRUXA are also known for their sonic attacks, which knock down and stun their prey. This sounds like a very powerful and perhaps very frustrating enemy to go up against. They seem like they're no joke. So I'm kind of concerned about that. Are we about to fight one now, or not? Also, the Jurden? I mean, my hope was going to be that the reason that Jurden was here was that maybe if they do walk into your Jurden circle, then they might lose their invisibility, at least while they're in there. But that might be wishful thinking. It probably is.
Black blood and moon dust could be lifesavers.
Okay. Got some experience points, yes. But we should probably make a point of equipping those potions that we were just talking about. Black blood and moon dust. Oh, well, one of them's a potion. Let's see. Vampires and necrophages start bleeding when just when they're near us. In addition, the Witcher's blood injures and knocks them back while they wound him. Okay. So let's get rid of, I guess, Cat for now. It's pretty bright out. Don't think that's going to be too relevant. And then moon dust contains silver splinters that permanently prevent monsters from transforming. Oh. Okay. Sure. Now, my question is, as soon as we go over to that area, are we about to fight one of these things? Because, there are lots of birds here. Look out. Look out, that's your warning sign. Stay away. Should also probably save here, too. My guess is that's its cave, right? That doesn't look good.
In the cellar. Gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything we can loot here first, though? There definitely is. There definitely is. In fact, this area is seemingly, potentially, quite large. I was kind of expecting for all these things to be locked, though. They were not. I will gladly take your cheese, though. Ah, great time to get encumbered. So maybe we wait to loot this stuff until afterward, in that case. We can drop one of these low-level weapons. We probably could / should have actually sold things to the merchant at the tavern. That's not what I meant to do. I know we were saying, like, oh, it'd be great if they had Gwent cards, and they didn't. So that that may have distracted us from the whole, hey, you can still sell things and probably should aspect. Yeah, the compulsive looting. I mean, it's that, but it's also just like we should have made a point of selling as well.
Carried the body in this cart. Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand.
5? Wait, 5 separate claws? Okay, so like, you have 5 claws on one hand? Wasn't sure if that was... For a second, it sounded like that was suggesting we were going to fight 5 BRUXA simultaneously, which did not seem like that was going to end very well for us in that case. I would kind of like to see if we can get that armor. I mean, it's obviously going to encumber us. But it is light. It is worth a fair bit, though. It is worth more than swords. But it's a lot heavier. A lot heavier. We'll drop it for now. And maybe have time to pick it up when we're done here. But, well, here goes nothing. Make sure we're on Black Blood here. And wait, how long does Black Blood last? Can we, like, preemptively do it here? Or do we need to be mindful of, like, only triggering it right when the fight is starting? Only lasts 60 seconds, yeah. So, not a good idea to preemptively pop it here. I'm kind of nervous, because they were hyping up this enemy quite a bit.
Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Alright.
Hurled against the wall with great force.
They're hyping these things up like they're super powered creatures.
Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
Lots of buildup. Does
Used this to
beg
batter
the
down
question,
weight.
is there... Are they really that strong? Is the hype legit? Or is it not? This looks a ton like that's going to be the arena over there. We could, again, like... the boot over here. Respect. Maybe. Wine cellar? But actually, nothing here. Somewhat surprisingly. That path is completely blocked. Okay, so yeah. Here goes nothing. Ooh, cutscene and all. Okay, and potential blur. That was the other thing. Is Witcher 1, I blurred so many BRUXA, so many Alps. It was
Saw you
crazy.
again.
Did we? Oh, we
I
did.
know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
Are they smart? Like, coherent? Capable of talking to us? Other higher vampires have been. Hello. I mean, we're definitely fighting you,
Don't
right?
have to fight.
We're almost certainly fighting. I mean, look at this. This screams boss arena.
You are wrong.
Oh, can talk, for sure. Yeah, you are wrong. We have to fight. Disappear. And or run away.
I cannot let you leave.
Now. Really? Okay, Black Blood active. Yes, it is technically a boss. Right, there's her sonic attack. It actually has a really annoying sound. We should Jurden as well. But yes, you are completely invisible. Ow! Wow! That damage adds up very quickly. Okay. This is gonna be difficult. As we expected. And the music is intense as well. So vampire oil, definitely what we're looking for here. Absolutely what we're looking for here. Do that. Then, what else can we do? We can Our explosive can make it so that they can actually be slightly more visible. That would be nice, although I'm not really sure that's a luxury we can afford to have. Oh, there you are. Okay, you have gone Superman mode. That definitely was helpful, getting the explosive. So much damage. Even just like the stray hit here and there. Did get you with some bleed. Like to, whoa, don't run into that, silly me. Like to ignite you just to like reduce your armor, or just hit you once and maybe finish you off here, or you finish us off. One hit will be enough, I think. Yes.
All these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Huh. Tough fight. Very tough fight. But in some ways, glad to see that that was a boss and not a random recurring enemy type that, you know, we could see many more. I mean, we may. But, that would be tricky to fight them on the regular. Numerous of them. Imagine numerous of them. Okay, so that's obviously the place that we're supposed to investigate, but just seeing if there's anything else here. I do not believe there is.
Stinks.
I mean, what'd you expect?
Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought.
Oh, right. Okay, one of these situations, I see. Start with the head. Sure.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins.
What? You eat the
Elf
florins?
Florins from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
Okay. Good to know. Why would, of course, be perhaps the first question that comes to mind. Why would someone stuff someone's throat with coins from numerous different provinces? Strange, but okay. Not loving the trend we're on here, but sure, let's go chest next.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart.
I mean, presumably it was the BRUXA,
did
right?
This.
No? Oh. Okay. Got the head, and then we've got the severed. Oh, I thought that said severed head for a second. I was like, important distinction there. Normal head, severed head. No, this is the hand.
Third hand. A
Third?
spare. Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing.
What?
Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or
That's
them
disturbing.
seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Yeah, you know, we'll just put that in our back pocket. Unusual severed hand. Great souvenir. Yeah, let's end this examination, maybe.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a BRUXA. But then why'd the BRUXA come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm?
All very weird things.
Pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance?
Yeah, DLC with
Why
money
was it
shoved down
chopped
the
up
throat,
into
you're right.
pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Okay. Yeah. Very strange on numerous levels, and that That may have been one of the most difficult bosses that we'd fought. I mean, if we did not follow the quote-unquote instructions to use certainly the explosive to make it at least remotely visible, then I don't know how we could have possibly pulled that off. Jurden, I couldn't really tell what it was that it was doing to help us there, and it seemed like it may be, I mean, like any other enemy, the BRUXA got slowed when it went in there, but I suppose when it's so mobile, that is beneficial to find some way to slow it down. Once we did get some attacks in, though, it did seem as though we could take it out somewhat quickly. It's just that, oftentimes it was flying all over the place, so that was far easier said than done. Yeah, exactly. Elf head, halfling ear, whatever the heck this still alive question mark severed hand belongs to some of that stuff. Game has decided to tab out. There we go. Anyone awaiting us here? No. Now, do we have a fast travel spot here? Because I was thinking we do. And we're actually supposed to be here next. Find Palmer and ask him to take us to the Duchess. I was thinking that it may make sense for us to try to duck back over somewhere, sell some things so we can loot this area. I mean, we could, of course, come back here on a later occasion to loot it, but I just feel like chances of us remembering that, hey, we've been here, we've done the quest here, but we haven't actually completed our proper looting session, probably pretty unlikely. I mean, of course, there's a chance that there's not great stuff here. It may just be your typical, like, alcohest, dwarven spirit, alchemy paste, and whatnot. But, even now this is a new area, I feel like there's certainly at least the chance we might find some better stuffs. Although I think at the moment, the only merchant that we know of is actually the innkeep. So, that means we can't sell weapons, can't sell armor to this person, so we're limited in how much we can sell. So that's a tricky situation. May mean that it, almost by necessity, we have to keep on moving here and can't really go back to sell the things that are weighing us down here. I mean, we have some, like, hides and whatnot, I think. We go saddle as well. Like that. That's not a huge deal, but it's something. The casket. We will come back here, you say, but we can loot the bodies. Okay. That is enough to encumber us by a bit. What if we just, like, drop some of the miscellaneous things? Like, what if we drop the... Saddle's usually quite heavy. Yeah, it's very heavy. Okay, so that already is enough. Okay. So we'll just take a quick look, see if there's any other bodies here, although I think we've perhaps gotten them all. Maybe. Maybe not. Crossbow bolt, I know, is generally not a good thing to pick up, because that's going to weigh us down and doesn't have much use, but it's just 6 bolts. How bad could it be? Alright, and... Whoa. Under the bridge? I mean, while we're here, we gotta check, right? Look at how blue the water is. So beautiful. Very pretty. But I think we'll head over to the next area, and like you're saying, you know, hopefully we'll be back here and we can do the rest of our looting when we do return. I mean, do we even... Oh, fast travel spots look a little bit different now. A little fancier, I would say. I think does make sense in Nilfgaard, so sure. The other thing is that, you know, do we even have a fast travel spot here? Would we even want to? Or would we rather, you know, walk over there and actually see what there is along the way? That's probably the answer, right? Don't want to miss stuff while we're heading over there. So let's actually head in this direction. And it means we'll just, you know, casually walk through the town that got completely ransacked by this beast. But intelligent beast at that. And one that is not a BRUXA. That much we can say definitively, apparently. That is certainly still an herb that we've seen in other locations, so that's not new.